Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. We got a couple setups we're looking at right now. If y'all watched the Sunday chart analysis, it was in yesterday's live. Y'all should be up for the week. Right, we broke down these GJ setups from yesterday's live stream. They ended up going as projected. Remember, I was looking to see if we could retest. Remember in the live, I was saying I like how it looks here, but it hasn't retested my level. So you can imagine if I would have FOMO to enter here instead of sticking to my game plan and waiting for price to retest. Not only did my risk reward grow, I was able to catch that entire move to the downside. Right now, I ended up getting wicked out, and it took a second entry. If I would have held the entire move, this would have been almost a 1-6. But from where we closed at in the final TP, this was a nice 1-3. But then price broke back down below here, and then did another nice 1-2 drop. So we're going to be looking for continued GJ sells, and then we're going to be looking for gold buys. Right. US30 and the indices ended up reversing back up. This is what we talked about in the Sunday chart analysis. So I'm going to just be watching them today because depending on what it does today, we're either going to see the bullish momentum come back into play and continue, or we're going to see a possible downtrend come into play. When we look at the news today, we have 10 a.m. news. So do keep that in mind. And then later on tonight, when markets reopen, we do have 6:45 New Zealand news. Again, we only got a few news events today as far as the USD pairs are concerned. The next one not until Thursday. So again, it's very important just to be patient, stick to market structure, and again, just go for high probability, high quality setups. No reason to try to force setups, especially when, again, they're kind of in like those spots where depending on their volume, we're either going to see again the trend continue or a new trend start. GU ended up just consolidating all day yesterday. Game plan is still the same. Like I said, we're still bearish. We just got to break back down below this level of traffic right here. But if we can do that, we can see a new lower low get made. So yeah, we're looking for continued GJ sells here, and U15 just popped up, and we're going to be looking for gold buys here. So again, just like with yesterday, if we can hold 33.68 support, we can look for buys going to 33.82. And then with GJ, if we can hold 195.65 as resistance, we can look for something going 195.15. Make sure to like the live, y'all. As you hop up in here, make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Got a new video dropping for you later on today. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. Hold that thought. What's going on, Chanel? We sounding good? All right, bet. Not in this yet, though. Those joining the live, we are not into these yet. Doing retests right now. We're gonna let them retest. Like I said, I like these setups. This will be a good entry point right here. Again, yesterday it didn't really do anything. It did close below this level, which is good. But again, the whole move we caught, because again, we obviously see GJ did a drop to the downside. But again, we caught that wick and rolled that thing back down. Because if y'all wasn't live yesterday or watched the Sunday chart analysis, this was a green candlestick and it was retesting this level. And we entered sells and rode the wick down and then rode the move to the downside. All right. So again, a lot of people, this is why I always talk about you got to identify the trend on the bigger time frame. Because if y'all would have went on straight into a smaller time frame, y'all would have saw an uptrend, y'all would have saw the downtrend get broken. And I bet you a bunch of people were looking for buys here, right? And again, when we took the setup, we was retesting this level for about like an hour and a half. It wasn't until 6 a.m. when the volume kicked in and we finally pushed past that level. And after that, the rest was history, right? But again, this is why I always talk about don't chase price, but follow the flow of price. So I do like how this gold setup is looking. I want to see if we can hold this level right here. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on y'all screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Again, it is a new month. Y'all like this right here. Yeah, I like gold right here. Yeah, I like this push right here. Yeah, I like this right here. Yes, I'm in this. GJ it's still holding as low as resistance, but I am looking for sales here. Did a nice retest on this level yesterday. So I am really looking to see if we can hold this low as resistance right here. Again, if we hold 195.60 as resistance, we can look for sales going back down to the lowest here at 195.18. I'm not 18, 195.20. Gold. Again, if we can maintain and hold not 198, 33.68 as support. We're going to be looking for buys come back up to the highs here at 33.84. It's already doing a nice push right here. And for those watching the recording or playback, or for those that be hopping in and out the lives, right? Because I was talking to somebody over the weekend, right? And if you're watching this, don't take it personally because you're not the only person, all right? It's just a little PSA, all right? So over the weekend, I was telling somebody to join the free signal room, and they're like, "Oh, there's no signals." If y'all in the live trying to watch the Sunday chart analysis, again, we talked about this setup before the live ended. Obviously, we didn't enter this trade live like we entered the gold trade live. But if y'all watch the Sunday chart analysis or you're in the live streams, all the setups I'm looking at, I literally tell y'all every day the setups I'm looking at. So if you're not in the signal room and you're not getting alerted as soon as I enter the trades, but you're trying to, trade or look for setups, is your job, just like how it's my job right now, to be on the charts, watch the charts I'm looking at, and wait to see if my confirmations are going to be met or not met, right? So again, that's why I always say, just like yesterday, I was like, we broke this trade down as well. Other sets that were projected in today's live. Watch the full stream here, right? Or if you go to Friday's stream, Friday is a perfect example, right? If you go to Friday's stream, a lot of charts end up going as projected, right? In Friday's stream, we talked about US30 sales. That one as projected. We talked about GJ sales. GJ literally tanked all day on Friday. And then we also talked about, what was the other chart we talked about? We talked about, and then we also took a GU sell live, right? So I say that to say that we go live London session, but I'm not just looking at setups for strictly London session, right? Just like with the Sunday chart analysis, like I always do the Sunday chart analysis. The Sunday chart analysis isn't just what I'm looking for Sunday night, it's what I'm looking for throughout the entire week, right? So even if you are awake during London session, you might miss some setups, right? Because there are setups during London and New York session, but I'm also going over what I'm looking for throughout the entire day. You know what I'm saying? Like a perfect example is if we go into the advanced play signal room, there were setups we was looking for during London session, but that doesn't mean the setups played out during London session. Sometimes the setups didn't play out till New York session, especially what just happened with my thing. Hold on. Y'all can still hear me, right? My computer just tripped out a little bit. We're at TP. If you're hopped in with us, you should be green. And of course, you want to know the TPs, the exact TPs, the SL, and all that good stuff. Hit that link in the description. Join Advanced Play Signal Room. Again, the sale is still active and going on. Use discount code is MyTime for 20% off. But again, but this is why I also do go live, because there are some times where we do take trades during London session, like right now with gold. Right, we're eating off gold right now. That's a beautiful push. Hold on a second. Yeah, I like that push right there. That's a nice push right there. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice push. But back to what I was saying. Hope you can still hear me. Okay, cool. All right. So again, we was looking at GJ and gold. I didn't like GJ. Right. We waited for the next 15. Again, that's why it's important to be patient. We waited for the next 15. GJ rejected. But when we waited for the next 15 on gold, it held that level as support. And now we're eating right now, right? It's just process of elimination and all that good stuff. But again, that's what I was supposed to do. I got sidetracked. If we go into the advanced play signal room, right? You'll see last month and even last week, because we had a lot of news, there was plenty of setups we was looking for during the London session live, but they didn't play out until New York session, right? So I say that all to say that I'm live during London session, but I'm not strictly looking or talking about setups that are only going to be valid or active during London session, right? So again, make sure to watch the live streams, right? Especially if you're not behind the scenes, you're trying to learn, you're trying to see the whole process, the mindset, the realistic side of trading. You gotta watch the live streams, y'all. I know sometimes it can be boring, but that's how trading is, right? You're not gonna always hop into a chart like we are right now and be in the trade as soon as we go live. That's not how it is all the time. You get what I'm saying? One second. All right, cool. Yeah, so we barely missed TP2. We're going to see if we can hit TP2 right here. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today, y'all. Make sure you have y'all's notices on. And we're going to be up back to the consistent, especially because things are retracing. There's a lot of money to be made. A lot of stuff's getting passed crypto-wise. So a lot of retracements happening in the stock and crypto market. But just like in April when the retracements was happening, guess what? We took advantage of these. So it's about that time now for me to give y'all some updates. You didn't see my recent stock update on Palantir and Meta and all those stocks I told y'all to get in April. I dropped an update like let me find it, 2 weeks ago. So make sure to check this out. And we're still making money off of the video when I told y'all to get those ETFs. And again, these ETFs are cheap. There's only one that is $20. Everything else is literally less than $20 stock ETF, and they pay out monthly, and one of them pays out weekly. So let me find that video as well. All right, I dropped this video going on 2 months ago, and we received literally like 10 plus payouts so far, as far as dividends are concerned. All right, y'all, but yeah, I got some new videos lined up for y'all this week. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, Playmaker_Way, TikTok _Playmaker_Way_. Post daily on both pages. Had an excellent live in yesterday's live. That was my bad though, y'all. I was so locked in. I literally saw my phone say 20%. I closed out of it. Went back to teaching. I literally saw my phone say 10%. I closed out of it. And then next thing I know, I was like mid. Y'all know how I be on TikTok. I was mid. And if y'all don't be on the TikTok lives, y'all think it's like the London session lives, y'all are sadly mistaken, because the TikTok lives, we be breaking shit down. There's a lot more education. Not to say that these aren't educational, but like the London session lives are kind of like, one, we're looking for setups, so a little bit more focused and not teaching as much. But two, it's like literally like the title says, we're live trading, but during the TikTok lives, we're breaking down the trades from the live, as well as breaking down how to read the charts. And there goes TP2, man. Gold is, if y'all got into this, y'all hit that like button, y'all. Shout out to the haters watching in the hallway, man. TP2 hit. That's a nice push. So we're gonna have to stay. We're gonna need to stay above this level. I want to see us close and hold that level, but if not, do not be surprised if we see a retracement this next 5-minute pop up. All right. Again, don't be surprised if we see a retracement this next 5 minutes. And again, that's why I'm not really going to look for buys on US30 yet, because depending on what it does here, if it holds or maintains this as resistance, or breaks above, holds as support, again, it's going to determine whether the uptrend is going to come back into play or the downtrend is going to continue. But Friday did. Again, we do got 10 a.m. news today for USD pairs. Make sure to keep that time in mind. I gotta check my schedule. I don't think we're going to go live today. I do got a few one-on-one sessions today, but we will be live during the 8:30 news on Thursday. That's for sure. Again, GU is in Chop City. Game plan is still the same though. But again, if the charts aren't showing what you're looking for, they're not near your levels, they're not meeting your confirmations, the last thing you want to do is try to force a setup. Just simply go to another chart that got a cleaner setup, which is again why I'm looking at 2 Forex pairs and I'm looking at 2 futures or indices, right? Because there's bound to be at least one in general where there's a setup, but at least one Forex pair and one index that I could find a setup on as well, right? Like yesterday, we was looking at GU and GJ. GU did not meet our confirmations, so we hopped into GJ, right? So neither with gold and US30. US30 did not hold, so we didn't go for sells, but gold did what we was looking for, so we went for buys. And now we're looking for the exact same buy setup that gold did yesterday, but we're going to be looking to see if we can break this high and see if we're going to take these all-time highs out this month. But we're currently at TB2. We're nice in profit on this. New 15 just popped up. Let's see what price does right here. Y'all make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. We're 1-0 so far. We're 2-0 now. We're 2-0 this week. We got a nice trade. Yesterday was a nice 1-3. Got entered another position. Caught another nice 1-2 on it. So that's how we're starting out the week. As far as last week, we went 5-1, giving us an 83% win rate. And how we wrapped up July, we went 17-2, giving us an 89% win rate, catching a total of 72,813 pips, which is not bad at all. 89% win rate. Can't really complain about that, especially when you have high short ratio setups on top of those wins. And we just picked up where we left off because we can see June. We did a little better than June. Looks like we took two less trades, but June we went 17-4. Last month we went 17-2. It's not bad at all. So yeah, we've been going absolutely crazy so far this year. Yeah, so right now, again, we need to see if we can stay above this level here. See price retracing. We're about to see if we can hit TV for right here. Again, GJ retraced. We're still looking for sales in GJ as of right now. But again, it did a big drop on Friday. It did a little rejection yesterday, but it's going to need some volume to break through this consolidation. It's going to need some volume because again, with ABC last time, it didn't go as far, but it came to the same level and then rejected back up. Right, so we still have a lower low here. We just went for a sell because we was following the momentum, because the rejection or reversal here was so big. If it would have just been like right here, we wouldn't have went for sales yesterday because it broke multiple levels. That's why we went for sales, right? Still got a little bit of work to do as far as that's concerned. So let's see if we can hit this next TP right here. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When you look at the charts, drop them in the chat. Yeah, we're just chilling right now. Again, nobody should close this trade red. Make sure to subscribe. Y'all not subscribed already. We're almost at 3,000. We're at 3,760. Let me pull up my phone. Yeah, we're almost at 3,760 subscribers. We're almost at 3,800 subscribers. We can get to that easily. Got some new videos lined up for y'all. As y'all can see, I've been kind of switching up the content a little bit. I'm still be posting trade breakdowns and stuff, but y'all see I've been switching up the content a little bit just so it's not so repetitive. And like I said, I'm going to be back consistent with the stock plays and the crypto plays, especially because a lot of stuff we're tracing right now. Because there was a time where I was posting weekly crypto and stock analysis. I'm going to be back on that as well because, like I always talk about, what I teach is not just simply a day trading strategy. What I really teach is how to read the charts. And when you have this knowledge and skill set, you can literally use this for day trading, scalping, as well as long-term investments, right? Because all charts work the same way. That's a nice push right there. We're almost at TP3. My bad, y'all. Let me mark it off on the screen so y'all can visually see um our minor TPs. Let me do that for y'all really quick. So y'all seeing a little magic trick. So that's where our next TP is at. So that's what we're looking to see get hit right there. All right, looks like GJ is about to try to push back down. Again, with GJ, if we can hold 195.60 as resistance, we're going to be looking for sales come back down to the lows right here at 195.15. GU, if we can break back below 32.55 and hold that as resistance, we're going to go back to looking for sales, and we're going to be looking for sales going down to 32.20. All right, and again, US30, we're kind of just watching it. I'm gonna give an update after the news for the members, but like as of right now, it's in reversal territory, right? Again, we have bullish momentum here. Price failed to hold its last support, reverse. Price yesterday was looking for sales here, did not hold its low as resistance, reverse back up. So again, depending on how it reacts here, right, we're either going to see price push back up and possibly see the bullish momentum come back into play, or we're going to see price reject this level, break that back down below these levels, and see a lower low come into play. So again, I can see what's most likely going to happen, but when we're in these sweet spots where, depending on which side the lands on, is going to determine the trend. Again, instead of trying to guess or gamble, I'm just simply going to step back and let price do what it do. And then when it's at a more attractive level, then I'll look for a setup, right? And that's the same thing y'all should do, right? You don't have to force or push your limits when it comes to trading. Right? Every trade I go for is the exact same, right? It's just simple, high probability, clean setups, uptrend, downtrend, all that good stuff. So again, like I said, we need to hold and break past this level. And we see the retracement happening. We see GJ pushing back down below as well. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up. New 15 in a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna see if GJ can hold right there as well. I'm not against GJ and GU cells. If our confirmation is that, and then again we can see price pulling so as resistance. And it's just a little too early for me to go for sells right there because, like I said, one, the price hasn't done anything for today, wise, right? Because this is the daily candlestick, so price is where it started yesterday at. And again, like this is just it's the small things that makes the difference between the gambling and what we do, which is going for high probability, high quality setups. So again, GJ retrace back down. We're going to see if we can close or hold that level. But yeah, I'm liking gold right here. Again, we do got news at 10 a.m. See if we can close and hold this level right here. Again, we're kind of stuck right here. That's kind of to be expected because, again, like I say all the time, when you understand how the charts work, you realize you have to do the same stuff over and over and over again. Got a new 15 about to pop up in about 50 seconds. Let's see if we're going to push up and try to break through this, or if we're going to see a retracement take place. And let's see if we can hold this level as resistance and push back down. And yeah, I can see price dropping from here to here, but also know that in order for, again, the long term, for the downtrend to continue, we're going to need to hold this up as resistance. Right? We talked about this in the TikTok live yesterday. You don't got to get into every candlestick. You don't got to catch every candlestick. Yes, kind of still true. So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, but just pushing. Like I said, we can hold this up as resistance. I'm not against going for sells because, again, we had a retracement take place. If we can break back below this level of traffic and turn the support level back to resistance, we can see a nice clean lower low get made. That's what we're looking for right here. GJ's still kind of teasing us. So we're just like do his thing. We're on gold. Like I said, my SL's in profit. Price retrace like expected. Let's see what it does though. That's a nice drop. Now I just got to see if we can close and hold that. It's a nice push. Still got a little bit of work to do though. That's a nice drop down. Yeah, GJ and G are looking nice. Looking nice. I like that right there. I like that right there. We still need a close and a hold below 32.55. I do like that drop right there. It looks like GJ is going to try to follow suit as well. Make sure I like the live, y'all. All right, we just hit that level, so we're going to see if we can hold that as resistance. All right, we're back. We're back. GJ's pushing. GU. Again, look how price reacted to this level, which is again why we enter and exit off these levels. You'll see GJ pushing. Still got a little bit of work to do, but the goal is still kind of chilling right here. So we're gonna see what this next hour looks like. Again, I got my S on profit on this. So no matter what happens, I'm not gonna lose any bread on this setup. US30 is rejecting still. So yeah, we got some nice setups for the day played out. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We'll be looking at your charts. Drop in the chat. But again, this is why we don't be in such a rush. We don't enter off of breakouts or taps. We wait for that break and retest. All right. About to see if we can hit this next TP. GJ's pushing as well. I'm not in this though. I'm just chilling on gold, but GJ's doing a nice push to the downside as well. Nice rejection. So again, we see gold just chilling right here. So we're just gonna hold, see what it does. Again, like I always talk about, we don't see an action between now and 6 a.m. Price is most likely gonna be chilling or teasing us up until New York Open. We also do have 10 a.m. news today, so make sure to keep that in mind. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today as well. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Again, we're 2-0 so far this week. We went 5-1 last week. Also, make sure to check out the Sunday chart analysis. Charts are already starting to go as projected. As far as how we ended last month, we went 17-2. You can see that by scrolling to August 1st. You click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the month. We do the recap of the day at the end of every day, recap the week at the end of every week, as well as the recap of the month and quarter at the end of every month and quarter. You go to July 2nd, you can see how we ended quarter 2. April, we went 16-1, May 19-1, then June 17-4, ending the quarter 52-6, giving us a 90% win rate, catching total 119,274 pips. We really do this over here. This is how we ended quarter 1. You go to where it says subscribers, you go down to photos. You can see over 1,000 photos, 3 years worth of receipts of screenshots of positions, screenshots of signals, as well as student results, testimonials. So make sure to check and explore all this stuff out, y'all. And yeah, so we're just gonna let this do its thing. Might look for another setup after the news. Like I said, I do like GJ and GU. We can hold these levels right here, and then we're just gonna let US30 indices do their thing. I'm gonna give the members an update in the New York price watch list after the news on the indices as well as the other charts. And yeah, again, y'all make sure you use discount code It's My Time for 25%. I mean, not 25%, 20% off. Everything's 20% off. That's Advanced Play Signal Room monthly, yearly, lifetime. That's price action technical analysis playbook. That's also one-on-one sessions, as well as Playmaker University. The sale's going to be on for a little bit longer, about a week or two more. So make sure you take advantage of that. And yeah, we'll be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 m EST. We are most likely going to go live on TikTok today as well. I'll let y'all know if we do go live, like always. And if you guys want to contact me directly, you can always DM me on Instagram or TikTok or Telegram. I respond to all messages.